Damn. Wow. It's the end of the year, and wow, the last time I recorded an episode was 15th of December when we were doing episode 12. I was supposed to I was supposed to end that topic that we were discussing about, and then just do a recap of the year, but things have been moving really fast. Yeah, I'm realizing that this podcasting thing requires really a strong sense of discipline, which I am currently losing, and I feel really bad about it. But I think that comes in with also the new year and thinking how we're going to handle the rest of the year or the new year and how we're going to plan it out. So, hi, welcome to the Cordial Podcast with me, of course, your host, Kang'ong'oi. And today we are grateful to see the end of the year. And also really looking forward to a new year with, of course, new opportunities, better opportunities, and us taking each and every single opportunity without wasting time and, just enjoying the year all around. I was just creating my recap for the whole year, and so I was looking for videos and pictures that I wanted to put in that whole video, and I took a template of like 122 videos, and I was like, I know this one won't be filled. I didn't think I would have that much content to fill up 122 videos. Funny enough, I had more than that. There are a lot of clips that didn't make it to that whole collage of videos of my experience with 2024, but we are here and I created it. I've just posted it right now when I'm recording, because I'm recording in the morning. It's 7:37 a.m. But yeah, so this year has been really eventful for me. As I've said, I did a short recap of how my year has been earlier. I think it was in November or October, and I mentioned a lot of things. So today I don't want to repeat on many things, but rather just be grateful of all the experiences that I've had, from me getting opportunities of becoming an MC, to me, getting friends and being intentional about having friends close to me, because I realized I need, however much I need to go out as much as possible, I need to be intentional with finding friends and just creating a community around me that will be my own community and not really a community that I share with other people. So basically it's just friendship, and I am happy to report that I've made very good friends. I have reconnected with other people who we didn't have much earlier in the years earlier, but we've reconnected, made good friends. I have turned up for friends. I have also I've also reconnected with people I last talked to like a year ago. Just having conversations with people, and to me, I will always be open to reconnection as long as we admit things. If somebody was in the wrong, they admit. If the other person was the one in the wrong, we admit, and we forgive each other. So at the end of the day, as I've said, 2024 was very, very eventful for me. I went out a lot. But I'm looking at these videos that I put in my reel, and I'm like, I was outside a lot, but still, I feel like I did not go out as much as I would want to. And I am really looking forward to 2025 being another year of where I just go out as much as possible, man, and I just enjoy life for what it is, and also take up opportunities. There's a lot I can say. I would love to put up also during my vision board or my resolutions, but for me, I wouldn't want my resolutions or what I'm looking forward to be limited to just an year, because I remember the last time I wrote what I would want, I wrote it as a future. The whole future of it, like me, Mungai, how do I see myself in 10 years or 50 years or whatever. And so for me, it's a long journey. For me, it's not something that I will limit to 12 months only, because there are things you realize they just really can't be fully materialized or fully done within an year. It's something that will take time, that I don't have to put myself into pressure of, getting it by the end of December. So I can say I have done some things in 2024 that I was really looking forward to, like, the one that I've mentioned, of getting friends, being intentional with friendships, being vulnerable with people, trying out dating, all these things. I have tried all those things. I think there are a few people who've listened to my yappings on WhatsApp, where I have been writing off my experiences with talking stages this year, and I only had one serious talking stage that was early in the year, which of course didn't work out because I would have been talking in another element. But yeah, those were some of the experiences that I had that really have been shaping up my mind and how I handled relationships with people, and of course doing a lot of introspecting, especially when such things end. For me, it's always an opportunity for me to introspect as much as possible and see, how do I become better after that experience? How do I curate myself to be a better person, and just be ready for the next experience that I will have. And sometimes you get really frustrated with the mistakes you make that lead, of course, to things not working out, or you wondering what exactly do you need for something to actually work out. Sometimes you question your worth, and you question if you're really good, or you just pretending, or all these things. There are really negative thoughts that run through your head when some experiences don't work out. But at the end of the day, I think for me, as I've said, with the introspection that I take into account, I really want to see myself better, and probably choosing better, and just making myself be better. And one of the biggest things that I've learned in 2024 is just saying no, and teaching myself on how to say no, and really, yes, according other people grace and the respect that they deserve, but just say no when you see something it is not something you like, and it's a big lesson, saying no, and you have some bit of people pleasing tendencies. It's tough, but how else are we going to create boundaries? How else are we just going to become better and healthy? So that was one part of the experience I had with 2024. I think the other one is realizing that I'm a grown up. I turned 25 this year, so that frontal lobe theory, like, it really hit me completely, because I was like, yo, hey, miaka inasonga. So you have to really start planning out things. If you want to be a family man, you start thinking about things in a really big perspective, because you're like, wait, hizi miaka bana zinasonga, and in like 5 years I'll be 30, and now I'm being asked questions on when am I bringing somebody at home. I'm like, yo, I don't even have a stable income or a stable job or a permanent job. Why would I start thinking about bringing somebody home? And I'm like, but I question myself at times, because I'm like, but you're out here having talking stages. So what exactly are you looking forward to when you're in talking stages? So yeah, 2024 has been funny. Me, I won't lie. I've enjoyed 2024 to the fullest, especially also with the podcast. I haven't had much people come on, which is something I really want to, because I realized I'm really good at handling conversations with people, and that's something I'm really looking forward to seeing the podcast progress to where I know I have guests on the show. So I've also thought about taking a break in 2025 and just working through that progression of seeing the podcast become better, or seeing the podcast grow, exponentially, and you get people on the podcast. And so it's a whole thinking structure that I'm still in, and I am really hopeful that it will work out for me in 2025. And also, if I am able to get into YouTube or TikTok, especially with the podcast, then it will be a step worth taking. So the podcast has been well. Of course, I also have to admit that I've lost a few of my listeners, but step by step we learn how to regain people and get new people into listening to the podcast. I realized I do not really market myself outside there, especially now that I was outside a lot. I don't tell people I have a podcast. I don't know why, but I think that's something I need to think about and try in 2025 and not be shy and thinking that people shouldn't listen to my podcast. But here we are. It's the Cordial Podcast, so we have to be cordial with people. I know, funny. So I don't know how year 2024 has been, but thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this podcast. I really appreciate every single person who takes their time, who takes their time to listen to me yapping alone, me complaining about adulting, me complaining about work, me complaining about, how this generation thinks on many things. But yeah, 2024 has been beautiful, I know if I start talking a lot, this episode will go until 30 minutes. But yeah, I think, as I've said, I did a recap earlier, and right now it's just reminiscing on the good times, and enjoying that I'm finally recording the last episode of the season. Sorry, not the season, but the year. Something was telling me to just record this recap in 2025, but I'm like, nah, let me do it on the last day, and just leave it as that on the last day, 31st of December 2024, and cross over the new year with a new topic, of course. Finishing on the last topic, and then we'll get into a new topic, and also looking forward to ending the season and figuring out how we're going to handle another new season. So it has been a pleasure, guys. Thank you very much for listening to the Cordial Podcast. I've been your host, Kang'ong'oi. 2024, I am grateful. 2025, I can't wait to see you and experience you. So I hope you have a good 2025. I hope you have a good crossover when you listen to the podcast. And yeah, Happy New Year, guys. I can't wait to see you on the other side. So it has been a pleasure. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed New Year. Have a blessed figuring out of how your resolutions are going to be in 2025. And I hope the best for all my listeners. Bye.